Fine. Hello and welcome to the Happiness Over Stress podcast. This is a very special episode because we're getting to do it on video and thanks to Dr. Awoyemi. It's Olutosin Awoyemi, the full name. So
Yes.
he's my friend. He's a GP. He's actually an AI guru compared to me. So it's thanks to him that you're getting to see my face today because normally when we do the Happiness Over Stress podcast, you just hear my voice. So I'm going to start, as usual, by introducing him because I promised you this year we're going to have a few more guests. Over the past few months, you've heard from some of my female GP friends. So I'm very excited to have a male GP here with us today. So I call him Tosin, but his full name is Dr. Olutosin Awoyemi, and I'll let him introduce himself. Hello, Tosin.
Thank you very much. So, am I the first male guest on your?
You are the first male
Oh my
GP
God, I
guest.
feel so happy. I'm so excited.
Because you guys are a rare breed.
Good. Thank you very much. My name is Dr. Olutosin Awoyemi. I'm just popularly known as Tosin. I'm a GP in the Cambridgeshire area, Beach to be precise. I have a interest in a variety of things. I'm also known as the dancing doctor of Wisbech. So I'm a strong advocate for mental health, men's mental health, and generally mental health. A community interest group called Free to Be, which uses dance therapy to help people move out of periods in their life when they feel stuck and overwhelmed. I believe in expressing yourself in multiple ways than one to be able to fully use up all that God has deposited in you. So that's me generally.
That's great. Honestly, when I say you're a rare breed, I mean it because there are not many doctors, especially male doctors, who can be great GPs and still run all these different things at the same time. So I'm very pleased to have you on the podcast today.
Yes,
so what we usually ask people to start with is, what does happiness mean to you?
So I know happiness has different ways that people put it. But to me, happiness is, I define it as when progressive goals that have been preset are achieved sequentially. I separate happiness a little bit from joy. Joy is a state where you are okay in your well-being generally, but happiness actually comes in relation to what has happened in one's life. For example, you get a new car, you are happy. That does not mean that you might go back home and you're not sad. Do you get what I'm saying? But something has happened that made you happy. You understand? So it's happenstance, it's due to circumstance. Joy is more of a stable thing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I always say that people cannot just wake up and say that I want to be happy. It doesn't happen that way. You have to be intentional about it. You set certain goals that I'm going to achieve this today. It might be simple goals. I'm going to make a cup of coffee. I'm going to take care of my room. I'm going to go to work and smile at someone. Do you get what I'm saying? And when you go back and you start to tick those boxes, that sense of happiness starts to come out that, yes, I did it.
So it has a lot to do with perspective from what you're saying. And
Yes.
I like that you're differentiating it from joy. As we call this the Happiness Over Stress podcast, we believe strongly that you do choose to go on the happiness path rather than the stressful living path. And you're telling us now that the intentional things we can do are setting little goals and tasks that help us to get that nest feeling because something's happening and we're happy about it. And that is very different to joy, which is constantly there when you've got it in you. Am I getting that right?
Yes. Because happiness, you have to be intentional about your happiness. It doesn't just follow you.
That's very good. So as a GP, have you found any things that are quite common with people these days that stands in the way of their happiness?
Oh, I think a lot of times what I feel that people struggle with, not people, everybody, is overthinking things. Always thinking that every other person is having a nice time and things are not just working for you. You understand? Because we are not in other people's mind, we feel that they are having everything rosy for them. But when we are thinking about ourselves, because we are ourselves, we do not actually see all the good that is happening in our own selves. Do you get what I'm saying? and then it becomes an issue. I think the main thing is overthinking things and being fixated on things. Let me just give you an example. The problem with problems that we have is because of how we think about it. Because when another problem comes, the problem that you thought was a problem becomes insignificant. My son threw a shoe on our 65-inch television. And I was like, oh my God, why did you do this? Then I quickly went to look at the insurance and I found out that I'm not insured on it. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to buy a new television. And that day, I became so fixated on it. I was in a bad mood. I hated what's going on and everything. And then some few hours, I went out and someone hit my car. Now, this is the point I'm trying to make. I know two bad things happened on the same day, but I immediately forgot about the television. The television did not become an issue again. I did not even care about the television in any way. You understand? The significance of the television just became so minute that I was now come. The other time I was worried about my television. Do you get what I'm saying? And now this is so it's perspective. Now
Yes.
let's assume that the accident did not just hit the side mirror of my car, and it was actually so bad that my leg broke. Let's assume, and I'm going to the hospital. Do you know what? I will not think about my car.
That's
My
true.
car is not an issue any longer.
Hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying? I'll be like, oh, I hope my leg survive. That's the point. Most times, problems and things that makes us stressed are perspective only.
Yeah.
And if we can look at why I'm stressed now is just because of perspective, and you can
Mm.
put this perspective right. See that this is actually the summary of happiness over stress. Number one,
Mm.
rationality, and number two,
Mhm.
perspective.
Very good. I really like that. And you're right. We always say how comparison is a thief of joy. When you're thinking about everybody else is having a good time, then even your good thing you don't see. And you don't have to wait for the bad thing, another bad thing to happen for you to appreciate that the one happening now is not that bad. We can actually make ourselves realize actually the TV has been broken, but at least there's no injury on the child that I'm taking them to A&E. The TV
Yeah.
has been broken, but at least we still have a house. All you reframing the problem. So that's really a good story to put it into perspective. I was just gonna make sure we talk about this other thing because I found out that you actually wrote a book called
Yeah.
Taking Charge of Your Life. Do you have a copy of the book near you at all?
So I've this Take Charge of Your Life. It was written in 2018, actually. This was a new, what do you call it? A rewrite?
Second edition, yeah?
Second edition, yes, that's it.
Yeah.
This is a second edition on my hand, but actually the first edition is on Amazon.
Great. So we can search it up, Take Charge of Your Life by Dr. Olutosin Awoyemi.
Yes, so it's Take Charge
Okay.
of Your Life. You'll see it on Amazon.
Oh, please tell us a little bit about the book. What can we expect to find in the book?
So it's all about perspectives. You understand? It's about perspectives, how people, for example, I've just opened one, and this is so it's not a you can read each chapter separately. You get what I'm saying? And there are quite a lot of chapters. So this is one perspective, chapter 8. I just opened it in. It's called the sense of entitlement. And in this, I'm not going to read everything, but I talked about one of my friends who who came to the UK as a refugee. Every time I meet him, he's always saying, "Oh, this country is so bad. Oh my God, I can't believe this thing is so difficult." So I met him at a petrol station one day, and the first thing was saying that, "Oh, this country, everybody's just looking at you. They're just racist. This country is just too bad." And he continued saying this stuff, and in my mind, I was like, "Sorry, let me just stop you there. Could you, 5 years ago, before you came to this country, you told me that you did not have a place to stay. You were staying outside. You were cold. Things were very bad. There was war in your country." I was like, now I want you to think back now, right now, and 5 years time, and 5 years ago, do you think you're in a better place? So he thought about it and said, wow, that's true. And then he started to recount how many things he has for free. Lights, water, he was staying in a place, even had a car to even buy petrol in. I know he's complaining about the price of the petrol, but you have a car
Have a
to
car.
buy petrol. You understand? So it was just a sense of entitlement. You are just feeling entitled that things should always work in, but you could not see that when you look at the perspective, you are far better than what you were 5 years ago. So once that perspective changes, you start to say that, wait, I can choose happiness over stress. I do not need to stress about what's going on right now because, to be honest, there's a lot that is working out for me. So that was that chapter. And so it has different perspective change. This is dictate your
Yeah.
own happiness. You understand?
Yes.
And this dictates your own happiness. So it just uses different stories, like the stories I've told you now.
Yeah.
It uses those kind of stories to actually put things more into perspective.
That's excellent. I think it's definitely a book for us to check out, especially if people are feeling overwhelmed or feeling that things are not how they expect it to be. We've come into a new year. People come in to the year with expectations of how they want things to be. And if it's going off what they're expecting, people start to feel depressed or anxious. But I like how you're giving us tools to take charge and to realize that it's not all bad. And it's a really good tip from the book as well. So just to finish from this particular episode, I was just going to ask, what would you say are your top 3 tips for everyday life to choose happiness over stress?
Okay. Top 3 would be, in order to be happy, you need to know what happiness is for you.
Very good.
What is happiness for it's not happiness for Dr. Afiniki. It's happiness for her. It's not happiness for even a daughter.
Yeah, it's true.
Because watch some things on YouTube and I'm like, wow, this is really cool. Semi daughter, come and check. And she looks at it, but I'm like, can't you understand this is cool? And you understand? Even my wife, I'm looking at someone like, this is really cool. And she's like, what? And sometimes we can't get it and we fight this kind of things that, no, you must like the kind of thing. No, one thing is that you have to define happiness. You understand? What's happiness to you? You have to write it down. Even in a day, you understand? Write out what your goals are and what. And as you go on your day, seek it that you have done it. Let me tell you a little bit about how this happens. I call it the shopping list perspective. If you go to the shops like Asda and you want to go and buy something, you have an idea of all what you want to buy for your weekly shopping. But as you are going and you are buying it, you don't have a shopping list. You're just buying things. Do you know, someone you'll be like, oh my God, you feel kind of overwhelmed. Oh, I hope I don't forget something. I hope I don't forget. Even though you are buying all the things that you're supposed to buy, but in your mind, as you are going to the shopping till, you'll be like, whoops, I hope this is what is called being overwhelmed and
Yeah.
stressed.
Yeah.
If you had a predefined shopping list, but ticking it as you are going, you see peace and calmness that comes throughout your shopping. This is what people do not understand about life. You have to have set goals and define goals that guards everything. A yearly goal, a daily goal, a hourly goal, those kind of things really written out. Greatest influence on my life is God, it's just going out of my head now. He's a writer. He died some few years ago. And if you read any of his books, that is what he always says. Jim Rohn, that's it. Sorry. Jim Rohn's books, he always says the same thing. Goal setting is the most important thing you would do for your own well-being.
That's very good. So one more, because you've given us self-awareness, define what
Yes.
happiness means to you, setting, so that we
Yes.
have that shopping list of what exactly we're looking for out of life. Because if you don't know when you've got there. And one last one for us to finish.
Okay. Last one that I would probably recommend is don't take too seriously. You understand? Don't take life too seriously. Now, the point, this is a story I usually say about this. I have all the stories for everything, but about don't take life seriously. When I can remember very clearly when I was going to write my WAEC, which is the GCs that we write in Nigeria. You understand? I actually felt that that was everything that mattered in life. I felt that if I do not pass this stage, this is the end of my life. It felt so overwhelming. It felt like that's the end of the world. Do you get what I'm saying? And I gave it that potential, the intensity, the heartache. And after writing 1,000 more exams, you understand? I've come to realize that failure and success is not a journey's end. Do you get what I'm saying? Failure and success is not a journey's end. Many people fail that exam that I wrote at that time that I was so stressing about. You understand? And right now, they failed that exam. However, right now, they are top of the league right now.
Yeah.
Can't even compare myself to them, but they failed that exam.
Yeah.
Succeeded in that exam, you understand? If I succeed in that exam and I do not succeed in the next one, do you know what? The success in that exam is useless.
Yes.
Now, this brings me to the point. If you succeeded yesterday, learn from it. Make sure you succeed today. If you failed yesterday, it doesn't matter. You learn from it.
Yeah.
Make sure you succeed today.
Yeah.
Believes himself in the victories of the past. Whoever rejoices and stays in the victories of the past will be forgotten in the past. And whoever and still thinks about the failure of the past will also be forgotten in the past. Succeed today.
Yes.
Forget about the past. So, for example, if something is coming right now, that's how I approach things. Start a YouTube channel. People say, just start a YouTube channel. What if you fail? It doesn't matter. If I fail
least you
today, it doesn't matter. I'll do another one tomorrow. Do you get what I'm saying? And that is what don't take it so seriously. Oh, I want to do something. Some people want to do something. They'll make sure that, oh, it must be perfect. Oh, I must be perfect. It doesn't matter. Just do it, learn it, and move on. Because today determines the future, not yesterday.
Yes.
So we have to make sure, don't take life too seriously.
Yeah. It's
What
excellent.
you are feeling right now will be like the GCE you wrote in the past.
That is so true. That is excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's been great. Lots of amazing nuggets. So define what happiness means for you and set tasks, set goals so you know exactly what it is that you're trying to achieve to gain that happiness. And don't take life too seriously. If you fail, try again. Keep becoming, keep improving. Thank you so much. It's been amazing talking to you. We're going to have you on the podcast again. And please remind us of the title of your book and where to find it.
So it's Charge of Your Life. It is on Amazon. This is not yet on Amazon. I'll try and put it at some point.
Yeah, the first edition is still on Amazon.
I need to consult you for your
Of
books.
course, I'm always happy to help. Age Publishing is there for you. But yes, it's great to have you on here. Thank you so much for joining us. And I hope you'll join us again on the Happiness Over Stress podcast.
Of course.
Have a nice weekend, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Thank you very much.